Have you ever felt like you were speaking, but no one could hear you? Like you were standing in a crowded room, yet were completely alone? This isn't just a feeling. For one princess, it became a terrifying reality. Welcome to Gift of the Magi, where today we share the tale of Princess Eileen, a girl who had to lose herself completely to finally be found. Her story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest challenge we face is overcoming self-doubt. King, another brilliant success, my dear. The trade agreement is signed. Queen, all thanks to your charming diplomacy, of course. We must celebrate. A grand ball, perhaps? Eileen, a ball sounds wonderful. Perhaps we could. In the heart of the magnificent kingdom of Aloria, Princess Eileen lived a life that many would envy. But the weight of her crown felt lighter than the weight of her loneliness. Her parents, the king and queen, were not unkind. They were simply consumed. Consumed by their duties, their people, and their own vibrant whirlwind of a life. She was a shadow in her own home, a whisper in the halls of power. Her name was often misspoken, her presence often overlooked. Courtier, Your Highness, the new decree is masterful. And here is your daughter, the lovely Ella. Eileen. It's Eileen. Narrator. This feeling of being unseen was a crack in her heart, a vulnerability that did not go unnoticed. For in the darkest corners of the kingdom, a sinister presence was watching, waiting for the perfect moment to exploit that crack. King, how could we forget? Happy birthday, my sweet Eileen. Queen, oh darling, many happy returns. Now, about that decree you mentioned, Duke. Eileen, it's like I'm already invisible. Maybe if I really were, they would finally miss me. They would finally look for me. Malicher, forgive my intrusion, princess. But I heard your lament. Eileen, who are you? Malicher, I am Malicher, a humble sorcerer who believes a princess should never, ever feel invisible. You feel it, don't you? The sting of being forgotten. All your dreams, all your efforts swept aside like dust. His words were like poison, but they mirrored the secret thoughts in her heart. He understood. Eileen, no one truly sees me. Malicher, then shall we test your theory? Shall we grant your wish? Eileen, what are you doing? Malicher, his voice echoing, I am giving you what you wished for, to be unseen. Eileen, father, mother, you won't believe what's happened. Queen, did you feel a chill, my love? King, it must be a draft. Now, why did we hold this ball again? Was it an anniversary? Eileen, it's my birthday. Mother, father, look at me. Malachar's voice, you see, you were already invisible to them long before my spell. I simply made it official. The days that followed were a torment of silence and solitude. Eileen screamed until her throat was raw. She wept until she had no tears left. She wandered the castle, a ghost in her own life, watching her parents walk past the empty seat at the dinner table, a flicker of confusion on their faces before it was quickly dismissed. Despair began to consume her. Servant 1. It's strange. They say the castle has felt empty ever since the princess. Since the princess. Servant 2. I heard a legend once. About a sorceress, Anara. The most powerful in the kingdom. They say a dark wizard trapped her in stone and made the whole world forget her. She's said to be in the old statuary garden. Eileen, Anara? Are you there? Anara, I can see you, child. A spell of invisibility cannot hide a heart that is hurting so deeply. Eileen, you can see me? And hear me? Anara, I have seen everything from this perch for decades, Princess Eileen. From mischievous pixies to enchanted teacups. An invisible girl is hardly the strangest thing I've spotted. This was Anara, once the most renowned sorceress in Aloria. She explained that Malicher, her old rival, was responsible. He fed on negativity, on despair, loneliness, and fear. He had defeated her years ago, turning her to stone and wiping her from the world's memory, all to increase his own dark power. Anara, I have lost most of my magic, but not all of it. Anara, this is a piece of the shadow mirror. It is a relic of immense power that Malachar created. It doesn't just reflect your image. It absorbs all that is dark and negative, reflecting only your deepest fears back at you, making you feel small and powerless. Aline, the shadow mirror. Anara, it lies hidden in the heart of the forest of whispers. Malachar's spell binds me here, but you can travel there. This shard will guide you. It will lead you to the mirror. You must find it and destroy it to break the curse and free us all. Aline, but why me? I'm not strong. I'm the girl nobody even sees. Anara, Malachar preys on weakness, Aline. But he fails to see that in those who feel weak, there is the greatest potential for true inner strength. Aline, Anara, what's wrong? Anara, I have infused the shard with the last of my magic. The more I give to you, the faster I fade away. Aline, no. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Anara, then they will never see you for the hero you are capable of being. But if you try, Aline, if you just try, they might finally see a princess who is more than a crown, more than a pretty dress. They might see you. Narrator. Aline traveled for days, an unseen specter moving through bustling towns and quiet farmlands. Soon, the cheerful landscape gave way to the gnarled, ancient trees of the forest of whispers. The moment she stepped under its canopy, the air grew cold, and the silence was replaced by faint, overlapping whispers that seemed to come from all directions. Aline, it's just a forest. Just a bunch of creepy, whispering trees. Fairy one, oh look, an invisible one. Finally, some fun. Aline, please, can you help me? I'm looking for the shadow mirror. Fairy 2, help you? Where's the fun in that? Fairy 3, the deeper you go, the trickier it gets. She's not going to make it, is she? Aline, I thought. Fairies were supposed to be nice. Narrator. The forest was a place of powerful, ancient magic, and not all of it was malevolent. As she ventured deeper, she stumbled into a clearing where a ring of elderly women sat around a gentle, glowing fire. They were witches, their faces lined with wisdom, not wickedness. Which one? Hard enough to tie you up and spin you to the moon, aren't they, dearie? Which 2? It's her. She's the one he's after. Aline, you can see me? Which 3? A spell of invisibility is just a cloak, child. It cannot hide a courageous heart, especially from those who know how to look for one. This praise, so simple and sincere, made Aline blush. For the first time, she felt seen not for her title, but for her spirit. Aline, you know about Malachar? Which one? He knows you are coming. He has laid traps for your mind, not just your feet. He will make you doubt everything you are. He will twist the path and make you walk in circles until you give up in despair. Aline, what can I do? Which 2? Remember the gift you carry. Anara's magic is a light of truth. When the world he shows you feels wrong, trust the light. Trust yourself. That is the only way of overcoming self-doubt. Aline, I've been here before. I'm going in circles. Malachar's poor little lost princess. You think you can find the shadow mirror? You can barely find your way through a simple forest. How can you expect to find your way into people's hearts? Illusion King. This is the daughter we are proud of. Aline, Anara, please, help me see the truth. Aline, the mirror of shadows. I found it. Aline, Anara. Narrator. With Anara's magic gone, Aline was truly on her own. She waded cautiously into the dark, murky lake. The water was unnaturally cold, clinging to her like grasping hands. As she reached the platform where the mirror stood, Malachar appeared before her in a swirl of black smoke, his face contorted in a furious sneer. Malachar. So, the invisible princess thinks she can outsmart me. You've used up your borrowed magic. Now let's see what you're really made of. Malicher, look at them. They never cared. You were always just the forgotten one, a placeholder in a crown. Do you really think you are strong enough to break this curse? You are nothing. Aline, no. That's not true. Malicher, prove it. The mirror only shows the truth, little princess. And the truth is, you will always be invisible. The illusions were powerful. The doubt was a poison seeping back into her soul. But this time, something was different. She wasn't just a forgotten girl in the garden anymore. She was the girl who had outsmarted the fairies, who had earned the respect of the witches, who had been entrusted with the last of Anara's magic. She had found the path when there was none. She was building her own inner strength. Mothers, my sweet Aline, our greatest gift. Aline, I am not alone. I was never truly unseen. They do care, and I care about them. My worth is not defined by who remembers my birthday. It is defined by me. Malicher, what are you doing? Aline, I just have to break it. Malicher, break it? Foolish girl. For years, I have channeled the insecurities of thousands into this mirror. With each forgotten soul, I grew more powerful. I will not be undone by a silly, nobody princess. Malicher, no. Malicher, what is happening? No. The spell was broken. As the light faded, shimmering, translucent figures began to appear all around Aline. Men, women, and children from kingdoms near and far. Freedman, who? I know you. And you. Freedwoman, we were victims of the evil sorcerer's spell. But you have freed us, princess. We can go home. Thank you. Aline traveled home, not as a lonely ghost, but as a leader, accompanied by the grateful people she had freed. As she approached the castle gates, she saw a familiar figure standing there, Anara, now fully restored from her stone prison. Anara, Princess Aline, you did it. You faced your fears and won. Aline, I did, didn't I? Anara, you freed everyone. I knew you had it in you, Aline. I always saw your strength. Queen, Aline. Oh, Aline. King, we thought we'd lost you forever. The memory. It came back in flashes. How could we have forgotten our own dear daughter? Aline, I was so scared. I didn't know if anyone would even miss me. Queen, oh, my sweet girl. You are always loved. We were just lost in our own world. Can you ever forgive us? Aline, I know I was loved, but I had to learn to see myself first. I know that now. In the end, the greatest power wasn't a magic spell or a sorcerer's curse. It was the courage Aline found within herself. The darkness couldn't hold her because she had finally discovered her own light. She returned to her kingdom not as the invisible princess, but as Aline, the hero who found her voice. She was a princess who was more than a crown, and a woman who was more than her fears. She was, finally, visible. The journey to find your voice can be the hardest one you'll ever take. But as Aline discovered, the strength you need is already inside you, waiting to be seen. Narrator, thank you for joining us here at Gift of the Magi. If this story of courage and self-belief resonated with you, please show your support by giving this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more tales that warm the heart and stir the soul. Until next time, remember to let your own light shine.